Hey Bubble family, welcome back to the channel. So before I start, I just want to look at my shirt. I got my white one on today, so I'm very excited. It's just so sad. So I'm actually excited about wearing something that I've designed. Though I just want to clarify that this is not my design. It was designed for me by a lovely subscriber. So I don't want to take credit for that, but kind of the design in whole, the way I did the writing and everything else, that is kind of how I've kind of designed it. But yes, that little thing was not mine. But it is my merch, and it's exciting. It's exciting to have something. Now my son was walking around with the t-shirt that I made for him, and his friends were kind of like, oh my gosh, really like that t-shirt, it's really cool, where did you get that from? And he's like, it was my mum's. And he's just like, and they're just like, really? So it's a weird feeling when people start wearing your stuff and liking your stuff, wanting to buy your stuff. You know, it's pretty cool, and I am liking the feeling of it. So I haven't got my bubble mug today because it's actually in the dishwasher. I actually forgot before I started doing, so I'm quickly trying to get this video in before I actually have to work again. So I was like, forgot my bubble mug. So I'm gonna pretend. So as always, guys, you know what to do. Grab your drink. Because I've forgotten that I've not even been saying this lately. You know, grab your drink of choice, whether it be tea, coffee, water, gin, Baileys, whatever it is, vodka. You know, because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. So grab your drink and let's dive right in. So Bubble family, welcome. So in today's video, as you know, I've been covering a lot of the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial, and my video yesterday was regarding the staircase incident where her sister Whitney had given a different account. If you haven't seen that video, I will put a link in the description box below, but if you go onto my channel, it is yesterday's video. Today's video is going to be back to the Dastardly duo because we can't go too long without talking about these two. Sometimes it's very hard to give a therapeutic perspective because they really are well, I think even from a psychology standpoint, they're very fascinating viewing. But in this particular video, we're going to talk about this very private couple who wanted to be private. Apparently are now going to be letting the cameras in to film Kardashian style, a fly on the wall kind of documentary into their lives. Who else is kind of like, I do believe there was a tweet that was put out, was it 2 years ago, by, you know, their flying monkey, Omid Scobie, where he actually stated, and I'm going to try and find it, where he actually stated that they would never do a reality style TV show. Here we are 2 years later, and it's royals for sale. Because let's be honest, I think probably when they put that out, they believed that they were going to get all these offers. They were going to get snapped up by various people and it was going to be super popular. But of course, in this 2 years, what they have produced is one podcast, which whale noises, I think, sleep noises beat. Invictus, where he's utilised veterans for his own personal gain and made it all about them. Trying to think if there's anything else. There was Pearl, which was basically an animated Meghan, young Meghan, who was just so influenced by all these strong women. That's been canned. Yeah, anything else aside from when they talk about the royal family on Oprah interviews, where they talk about Diana, family, how awful everyone is, how everyone, you know, should feel sorry for them in their, you know, 16 bathroom mansion, you know, but we must save water. Got to save water. Well done, Harry, for not cleaning your teeth or not keeping the water running, whatever that is. So here this couple who said that they want privacy, they just want to live their lives because every click of the camera is just traumatizing for Harry. But what that actually translated to is every click of the camera that I haven't been paid for or that is negative press is traumatizing. But when it's a click of the camera that I've allowed to follow me or creates positive press, gives me money, us money, that's not so traumatizing. So this couple is now going to apparently do a reality style TV show because they're getting this desperate for for clout, for money. Now, let's get this straight. This is, I mean, because let's face it, one of the things that we know most people are addicted to is drama. Now, I don't disclude myself in this. I certainly do have watched, I mean, I don't watch the Kardashians because I do draw the line at that. But, you know, and I see it even on YouTube when I do videos talking about the Darcy duo, when I do videos on the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp stuff or other things, they get more views than when I talk about therapy stuff. So it's there. We know that. So this is why they're doing it. You know, this is, we know this is why they're doing it, because they believe that the amount of people that are going to watch their channel, if whatever it is that they're going to do, whether they're going to put it out on YouTube or whether they're going to sell the rights to Netflix or whatever it is they're doing, they are hoping that enough people will watch it to, because let's face it, actually, I'm going to take that back because it is going to be on Netflix, isn't it? Of course it is. Ugh, stupid. So of course it's going to be on Netflix. So at the end of the day, this is why they're doing it, because Netflix are not stupid. You know, they want their pound of flesh. You know, this is why Pearl was canned, because at the end of the day, it's not going to get the subscribers back. It's not going to get the views that they want. And I'm going to say that I don't even think this reality TV show is going to get the consistent views. I think it might get views initially because people are going to be, I might even watch a couple of episodes myself purely for research purposes. And that is why people are going to watch it. People are going to watch it because they're going to want to see the body language. They're going to want to watch what these two do. Of course, they're going to have their fans that are going to watch it, but I don't think their fans are that many in comparison to the people that don't like them. It's going to get slated. We know that already because it's going to be so rehearsed. This is not, in my opinion, going to be cameras that walk around like with the Kardashians, because where they show them fighting, where they show, even if it is possibly rehearsed, things that have happened in real time. She's going to be, there's no way that they're going to allow that to happen. So can you imagine if showing Meghan losing her temper, you know, and that's going to be portrayed on camera, you know, because first and foremost, that's evidence if ever there's a divorce that she's, you know, that type of person, or even if Harry loses his temper or whatever. We're not going to get to see warts and all. We're going to get to see them looking loving, doe-eyed at each other, you know, how amazing that's going to be. You know, they are as a couple. They're going to try and create this narrative of we are a very loved up couple. They're probably like at different wings of the house, and they're going to be like, right, just for this reality show, we've got to look like we love each other. But the views will go down because they are not going to offer anything of substance. It's just not, because at the end of the day, people want to know about the royal family, not these two, the royal family. So I think they'll get the views initially because people are going to be like wanting to know exactly what this is about. They're going to want to see if they argue or what they are like as a couple. But once people realize exactly how they have nothing to offer, people are going to tune out, and Netflix are going to fast realize, if they haven't already, that these are not bankable. They're not. So I think this is going to go about as well as when whale noises topped their podcast. Whether or not the children are going to be in on this, who knows? I would very much probably doubt it, or you might just see the back of Archie's head, or the pram that Lily might be in, and then who knows? I think it would be pretty poor if they do use the children in this, but this is the Sussexes, the Duke and Duchess of Moandeceito. They are, like I say, I think anything's up for grabs. So yeah, so in my opinion, again, a misalignment. You know, if I'm going to take it back to the therapeutic version of why I do my videos, their actions do not match up to the words they say, proving again that this couple was never about privacy. They were never about protecting their children. They've always been about protecting the money. They wanted to be able to put what they want out there and have the money for it. They didn't want to cut ribbons. They didn't want to do all of the things that they're doing and then get nothing for it. They want the money, and they want to control that. They want to control what is seen and said about them. That is what this is. So everything they've said prior is now going to be, well, thrown out. Let's be honest. And they cannot, because if they do this, it is going to be a free-for-all, because they cannot then say, we want privacy, we want protection from that, when they're allowing cameras into their every aspect of their life. So now you will probably see that once they do this, that it's going to be a free-for-all with the press, free-for-all with anyone talking about them, and they can't no longer talk about privacy. So that is my opinion, guys. What do you, as always, I ask you, what do you think? Do you think this is going to be very watchable? Do you think that you're going to tune in every single week or month, however many episodes they might do? Will you sign back up to Netflix just specifically to watch this? What do you think? I personally, I think maybe people will initially, but I think it's gonna then they're gonna drop off. But yeah, so let me know what you think. So as always, thank you guys who have bought my merch. Thank you so much for the people that have bought me a cup of tea. And thank you most definitely to everyone who has come across and who has stuck with me and supported my channel. I really, really do appreciate you all, and I hope you all know that. Don't forget, I will be back tonight at 7 o'clock UK time with the ever uncensored, awesome Trevor Cult. So see me then, and I'll see you then. So take care, everybody. Love you, Bubble family. Mwah. Bye.